All statements and opinions expressed by guests of the Adult in the Room podcast are strictly their own and do not necessarily reflect the beliefs or opinions of the host, producers, or advertisers. All interviews are presented in their most complete possible form in the interests of free speech. No statements should be interpreted as financial, legal, or medical advice. Listener and viewer discretion are strongly advised.
It's the Adult in the Room podcast with Victoria Taft. That's me.
Welcome to the Adult in the Room podcast with Victoria Taft. Mollie Engelhart and her husband, Elias Sosa, I think I'm pronouncing that right, something close, ran some of the most successful vegan restaurants in California. So she decided to grow her own food for the restaurants and the community and moved into Fillmore, California, where she began regenerative farming. And it seemed like a California love match. I mean, cool chick, hot husband. We're setting up these restaurants in this regenerative farm. This is awesome. This is totally California. But somewhere along the line, the vegan restaurateur turned farmer discovered that the state considered her to be somewhat persona non grata. They didn't PNG her, but the place she had been putting down roots was doing everything to push her out. And so she did a radical thing. She moved. And Mollie Engelhart, welcome to the Adult in the Room podcast. How are you?
Thank you for having me.
Did I get the timeline pretty good? Okay. You know, like, did the restaurants come before the regenerative farm, right?
The restaurants came before. And here's the thing. It's crazy. When someone like me moves out of California, like something is so broken. Or I am an organic chef, a vegan chef. I'm no longer a vegan chef. And an organic farmer. I employ 350 people. I'm married to a man that was undocumented when we got married. I drove a high.
I mean, you're the whole package. The Democrats love you.
I was a little obedient liberal. Like, give me a break. And when you drive, you get me to leave the left and leave California. Like, it's highly broken, because you should literally look up like the old school version of liberal in the dictionary, and you should see. But I didn't know. I think not wanting poison in your food, having the right to take pharmaceuticals, whether if you want them, you have the right to take them. And then if you don't want them, you have the right not to take them. Having the right to have a business that can thrive without so much government interventions that it makes it impossible to grow. All these things, I didn't know that they were I guess I didn't even think about whether they were liberal views or whatever. It's just these seem like normal. Like, I should be able to have food without poison. I should be able to choose if I want to take an injection, all these things. And these are not things that the current California believes are choices anymore. It's just the what so. And people don't know. If you don't live in California, I'm in Texas now, and people are not as, vigorous against regulation in Texas as I am, because they don't know what it's like to have someone at the farmer's market measuring your produce and then going to your farm and measuring your produce to make sure you are selling your own produce. That level of government
that is ridiculous.
Is out of control.
Ridiculous.